What will your legacy be? So I went to church, and our lead pastor posed a question. He asked, at the end of your life, what will people line up to say about you? I had planned to write this blog on one's legacy for a couple of weeks, but I kept putting it off. I guess because so many people in the last few weeks have lost their lives, and it seems like whenever someone sits down to write about their legacy, they die, or they get hurt in some way. So yes, I get paranoid all the time. So that's why I was hesitant to write it. But after service, the question plagued me, and I thought it was time that I put my fears of the future aside and write this blog. As I look at my life sometimes, I must wonder how I got to where I am, and maybe if I took this path, my life had turned out different. I guess you can say I have regrets, and I'm trying to make up for lost time. Should I start at the beginning? That is a quote from a movie I often enjoy watching. So, nevertheless, I was born on October 16, 1977, and I weighed 1 pound. Yes, you heard me right, 1 pound. I was in an incubator for 3 months before I could go home. I was born a twin. My twin sister's name was Maisha Dante Jackson, and sadly, she did not make it. I always felt like she was with me, and I believe she was. I was a quiet child. I think I was spending a lot of time by myself. I do not remember a lot of my younger days, but I had a decent childhood. My mom did the best she could as a single parent raising 4 kids. In elementary and junior high, I was your average student. Things didn't get complicated until high school and in college. I was becoming who I always wanted to be. At 19, my childhood friend, her family, and my brother became Christians. So naturally, they were concerned about my salvation. So after a while, I guess I can honestly say I felt the call of God in my life. It was time for me to have a relationship with God and walk out my journey. I was a good kid. My siblings would say I was the good one. Most people like me, but then again, I'm sure some don't. And that is okay, you cannot please everybody. I try to do the best I can regarding most things. I think that's all anyone could do. I am helpful. I love bringing a smile to people's faces and seeing them happy. I hope that through my writings I could inspire and motivate someone. Life can be tough, but it's what you do in those times that build character. It gives you strength to handle what may come. And believe me, people are always watching to see if you will stand on what you believe, whether you are a Christian or not. The advice I can give is to live your life the best as you can, because life is what you make it, and before you know it, it will be time to pass on. What will your children say about you? I hope to leave a legacy of goodwill and financial security, which is why I work so hard. I also hope that people will know that I love the Lord and that I was always concerned about my family's and others' salvation. I made a statement saying, I may not be the cool auntie, but I made sure all my nieces and nephews were safe. In Proverbs 13:22 it says, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And in John 5:24 it says, truly, truly, I say to you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. He does not come into judgment, but has passed from death to life. My hope and prayer is at the end of your life, you will know that the end is just the beginning. In conclusion, my final thoughts. Romans 10:9 says, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved.